Let us see the next question. A bank is analyzing the receivable of J Limited in order to identify acceptable collateral. The term collateral stands for a kind of security for a short-term loan. The company's credit policy is 2 by 10 net 30. Means credit period is 30 days. However, if the customer is making payment within 10 days, then in that case, customer will be given cash discount at the rate of 2%. The bank lends 80% on accounts where customers are not currently overdue and where the average payment period does not exceed 10 days past the net period. A schedule of J's receivable has been prepared. Analyze how much will the bank lend on the pledge of the receivable. If the bank uses 10% allowance for cash discount and return. Account number is given, amount is given in rupees term, days outstanding is given, this is in the days term, average payment period historical is given. So this information is provided to us. So account number is given, amount is given, days outstanding is given. Days outstanding means goods were sold before how many days? That is what it has a meaning. Average payment period historically means that on an average, when does this customer is making payment for the bills? That is what was provided to us. I request all of you to go through the question, please. Let us have understanding of the question. The question says something like this. Let us say that there is a company called J Limited. It has approached State Bank of India asking for loan. State Bank of India asked a few questions to J Limited. First, what are the terms and conditions based on which you sell goods? J Limited replied, 2 by 10 net 30. Okay. State Bank of India asked a question. Let's say you send us the list of your debtors. So J Limited has sent the details. Let's say this is the account number. So it is like ABC company, PQR company, XYZ company, something like that. This is the amount due from the individual customer. Then State Bank of India asked for the next details that you tell us that the goods were sold to these customers before how many days? So J Limited replied that this is the number of days before which I had sold goods to these customers. To customer number 74, I had sold it before 15 days. To customer number 91, I had sold goods before 45 days. And so on, information is given to us. Then again State Bank of India asked a question that usually when these customers are making payment, then again say the company replied that this is what's the on an average time period after which we receive the payment from the supplier. They said okay. Then State Bank of India said something like this. State Bank of India said that we will lend 80% against those customers who are not currently overdue and where average payment period does not exceed 10 days past the net period. We will lend against these customers. Like that information is given to us. Reading this information, I want you to answer in the chat box that which customers qualify for the purpose of lending. repeat my question. My question is that, say, looking to this, that is reading this information, I want you to answer in the chat box that which customers qualify for the purpose of loan. Let us have understanding that, say, how to calculate answer of the question. I would like to tell you that, say, the which customers qualify for the purpose of lending. The question says that, so the bank lends 80% on accounts where customers are not currently overdue. What does it mean, friends? It means that, say, we are required to make a comparison of this column with 30 days. We are required to make a comparison of this column with 30 days. See, 45 is exceeding 30. So customer number 91 is, say, not qualified for the lending. Then 50 days. 50 days is later than 30 days. So customer number 114 is, say, not qualified for the purpose of lending. Remaining customers are eligible for the purpose of lending, looking only to the first condition. Second condition is more important. It specifies that average payment period does not exceed 10 days past the net period. 10 days past net period. What is net period? Net period is 30. 10 past 30, it comes to 40. So we understand that, say, the historical average payment period should not be greater than 40. How 40 is calculated? It is 30 plus 10. That is what we understand. So historical average payment period should not be more than 40 days. How 40 is calculated? 10 past 30. 30 plus 10, it comes to 40. See, you don't have to consider this 60 days. You don't have to consider this 45 days. Why? Because as far as these two customers are concerned, they do not qualify since, like, first condition is violated. 20 is within 40, 24 is within 40, 10 is within 40, again 10 is within 40, and 48 is exceeding 40. So we understand that, say, this customer is again not qualified for the purpose of lending. Hence we understand that, say, customer number 91, customer number 114, and customer number 123. These three customers will not qualify for lending. Remaining customers will qualify for lending. That is what we understand. So basically we understand that, say, these three customers do not qualify for lending. That is what the first thing. Now, second question to all of you. That what is the amount of the loan that State Bank of India will give to J Limited? Language of the question is, the bank lends 80% on accounts where customers are not currently overdue and where average payment period does not exceed past the net period. So who qualify for the lending that we have discussed? A schedule of the Jackson's receivable, so J Limited, has been prepared. Analyze how much bank will lend on the pledge of receivable. If the bank uses 10% allowance for cash discount and return, that is what they have provided. I request you to tell me that, say, what is the loan amount. So friends, over here we understand that customer number 91 do not qualify, 114 do not qualify, 123 do not qualify. Remaining customers qualify. So it is 25,000 plus 11,500 plus 2,300 plus 29,000. It comes to 67,800. So what we will do, friends, 80% of 67,800. It is 54,240. Now, is this the loan amount? Answer is no. The question provides that the bank uses 10% allowance for the cash discount and return. So minus 10 percentage. So the answer is 48816. Yeah, let me give explanation with respect to this 10% information which they have provided. Dear students, we understand something like this. Listen me carefully. See, basically what happens that we have to understand in this way. State Bank of India is giving loan against a customer called ABC, which is right now debtor of J Limited. J Limited has assigned this debtor to State Bank of India, that if at all I do not pay, you may get the collection from ABC. Okay, State Bank of India agreed, and against that the loan is given. Now let us say that J Limited defaults. So State Bank of India is approaching ABC and asking for money. ABC replied that you are very correct, that say when you had given loan to J Limited, I was debtor of J Limited. However, within this time period, I already have returned the goods. That is the reason I don't have to pay anything to J Limited. In turn, I don't have to pay anything to you also. So it may happen like this. It may not happen like this. To what extent it will happen is very uncertain. That is the reason, say the bank wants to be conservative and they want to deduct further 10%. Even over here, why 80%? For that, so there is no reason. A term called like bank margin, that is indicating that say to what extent the bank is conservative in giving loan is reflected in this margin. Higher the bank margin, that indicates that so the bank is very conservative in lending. Lower the bank margin is indicating that so the bank is aggressive in lending. Usually you will observe that say in case of the private banks, so the margin is very less, and in case of the like State Bank of India or Bank of India, for these kind of the banks, so the margin is very high. This is what we understand over here. Please write down answer. Working note number 1, calculation of amount due from customers / debtors who qualify for lending. In that account amount, account number 74, amount is 25,000. Account number 107, amount is 11,500. Account number 108, amount is 2,300. 116, and the amount is 29,000. Based on that, say we can compute the total. 25 plus 11,500 plus 2,300 plus 29,000. So that comes to 67,800. Please write down answer. Working note number 2. Calculation of loan amount. In that, write down 80% into 67,200 minus 10%. So 54,400 minus 10 percentage, 48960. That is the way the loan amount is calculated. Please add an answer. With paragraph write down, we understand that 1. Customer number or account number 91 and 114 do not qualify because goods were sold to them before more than 30 days. Full stop. It means they are overdue. Second point, 123 account do not qualify for lending because its average payment period is more than 40 days. Full stop. In bracket write down 10 days past net period, that is 30 days. Write down answer. So we have, say, to calculate the answer of the loan amount 48960 like this. First of all, we have calculated that, say, which customers do not qualify for the lending, then the loan amount is calculated. Just one more note write down. %10 allowance for cash discount, return is equivalent to bank margin. Full stop.